with this, we are concluded with what seems to be Burn the Witch season 1, essentially, from what what we saw. If you've seen the rather, if you have seen the continuation announcement. I don't know if it was like fully in the magazine yet, but I did see pictures and leaks that they're going to be, quote unquote, season 2 of Burn the Witch. And from what I understand, like it's gonna be in chunks. Like it's probably gonna be just every once in a while Kubo puts out multiple chapters like leading up to one volume of Burn the Witch. That's probably what I'm guessing that that's just really gonna be his style from now on. Especially with like each of these being like monthlies. I mean, I think this chapter was like 50 something pages, and the others were like the one shot I think is like 70 or 60, and then the three chapters after that, 1, 2, and 3 for Burn the Witch are all like 30s, and this one 50. I just see each of these being, oh, he's gonna do a volume. Every once in a while, he's gonna do a volume of Burn the Witch, and it'll probably it fits right into that size. So I'm definitely intrigued in seeing what he does next. What exactly is the the next step for Burn the Witch? But anyway, this chapter I thought was really good, and it definitely proved, like, even if I didn't have the announcement, I would still believe in my whole theory that they were going to do more. It wouldn't make any sense to me if Kubo didn't plan to do anything beyond what's already present in the story, because there's so much established in Burn the Witch and then just a few chapters. Like finding out about, like, here's this dude Bruno, these like higher up people in this branch of the Soul Society, Balgo and his power, the guys all going after him, and now we have like these kind of like named dragons. Like this one was cool, like this Phoenix one, Cinderella. I thought that was pretty interesting. So like the Marchin or Markin, I don't know exactly how that's pronounced, but I'm curious to know, like, how, like, are they the very top of the dragons in the Burn the Witch world? I mean, it's definitely really neat looking. I like it. I like Kubo's dragons so far. I think they're pretty solid. And the names of the other ones as well, like, seem like it's gonna be pretty cool to have around. Was it Snow White, Red Dress, Golden Axe? Golden Axe definitely the one that I'm most interested in of those. Bubbles, Sugar House, and Band of Animals. Though Band of Animals, I think would look probably this the name, and then Kubo's design would probably have it end up being really, really cool. But it's got like this weird dust on its wings that it causes explosions. Like it just soul bombs. I'm just imagining Bambietta's Quincy ability, but in the wings of this, which is still really cool. Like that'd be pretty crazy. You run into somebody with that kind of power, and then it's like there's a creature on like somewhere else in the world that just has that as its default ability. Like again, very very threatening. A very threatening thing to have. Because even if it's not like the idea of like crazy power levels, it still in general would be something to have to just deal with while fighting by a large margin. Because this thing is going to constantly be having this stuff come off its wings. So you're constantly going to be, just trying not to get blown the hell up while fighting this. And then I think they said like stealth wing, or stealth scale rather. It's got the ability to turn invisible. So it's definitely way more threatening than it looks. Like it just looks like a big fluffy phoenix bird thing. But I don't know. They're going after it. They got to take it down. I really like Bruno's whole symbol drawing. I think it looks badass just the way he's spray painting it onto the wings of his dragon. Like it's such a badass, like, easy solution for like a spell. Like instead of drawing it, he's large scale painting it, but it's not with like a paintbrush, not like anything traditional. It's a spray paint. It adds to him being like a punk, him just being like this asshole. And I don't know, I genuinely think that's really cool. I think that's genuinely a very interesting, just small piece of his character. Again, I like that a lot. I think that was a really cool thing for Kubo to do. So this guy, like, he's just releasing all these different, creatures, all these different dragons to go fight against Cinderella. It's not really working, and all these characters are just doing combinational stuff and trying to get stuff kind of prepped up in the hopes of defeating this. It's definitely not looking good for them. But during, like, there's what is it? What did he call this one? Greedy Curtain. That one just looks gross. It just looks like some big slime creature. And they're just trying to get it set up in the hopes of taking it down, hopes of defeating this thing. And it was interesting, some of the stuff later on. Like, what was it? Balgo is pulling out his trumpet, and it makes like this cool energy sword, which again is badass. I like the design of that a lot. It just looks cool in general. Like the handle style, I like the simplicity of the sword, but it's essentially a spirit sword. And then the fact that it's out of a trumpet, again, it just cool small additional things like that. And like I said, like with Bruno's spray painting symbols, stuff like that is just cool. I've always really liked when they have just very small character pieces like that that just add to them, and it makes them stand out. It just looks good. It's like that one dude over in Jujutsu Kaisen. He's got like a sword with a hand on it instead of a handle, and it was like he's holding hands with his sword, and it could kind of like move around like the thing from the Adams family and attack people. That was just cool. Again, like small little character ability things like that I've always just found really cool. But then the Cinderella gets sniped, it gets its crown destroyed, and looks like they're all good. And it was that old guy, and he's got like a ring that he puts like near the edge of his finger, and he like snipes stuff, which is really cool. I know that Kubo wanted to have more gun people in the series. Like he planned on having Ichigo originally be a sniper. So, he's got gun stuff on the mind when it comes to the series, and we saw a couple gun people in the Quincy's and whatnot, and obviously like Coyote Stark, but it was never nearly as emphasized as it could be early on, which it will be really cool to see if it's redone in this series. Maybe have more gun people, and I think it would fit the story more. So also that was, I think it was one of the high up like people, the one chick who's like dressed up like some military person. She's calling him Junior, so I'm wondering if that's sister or mother status with her. But that just makes sense why he's such a big deal. Like he's related to another big deal, so it probably runs in their bloodline. And then like the series starts to kind of like go towards a nice little spot. Like Noel hugs Balgo, and they just get this really kind of nice moment from at the end with the continuation set up. Definitely want to. I definitely want to see more from the series. I definitely want to see more stuff coming out. And I always really liked Kubo's design and Kubo's style. So I'm going to be following this. I'm definitely going to be following Burn the Witch and seeing how exactly this goes about. I'm hoping that if they, in part 2, that we get to maybe see some Bleach character cameos. Like, they don't have to show up and then be directly, like, every chapter in the plot. I just want to see some cameos. I just want to see, like, oh, we've got an ambassador over from the Japanese branch, and it's like I don't know, Ikaku or somebody, anybody really, anybody of value. Like I don't want somebody like somebody that's just forgettable. Some character. What is it? Is it Komomura's vice captain, the dude with the sunglasses that he did pretty much nothing throughout all of Bleach, but like somebody like that, I don't know. But I would take like Toshiro um or like Kyoraku, relatively anybody at least that it's like, hey, a character. Like I'll even take that silly guy that was the kind of stand-in Soul Reaper when Ichigo was busy, the Afro guy. I'd take that guy. And be like, oh, cool, look at it, he's rising up in the ranks. But anyway, other than that, though, comment below, thumbs up the video, prefer the like button, subscribe button, and check out my other videos. Other than that, I appreciate everybody's already subscribed, and I thank y'all for listening. Bye.